Hey everybody, it's Huey from Blastin or Stash It. Mike is not going to be with me tonight. At least I haven't heard from him, so it's going to be me all by my lonesome talking about the books that came out this week. So the first time catch a show is what we do. We sometimes come on and we talk about comics come out the week. Last week we didn't have one. Some stuff going on, and so I am back this week. And let me double check and make sure. Nope, Mike has not seen my message. Had to double check that. Where am I? There I am. So I got Mars Comics in here and Double S saying, hey, thanks guys for jumping in here. If you saw on the screen there before going live, we had a screenshot of the Rogue City Comics. Make sure my audio is working. Yes, it is. Rogue City Comics exclusive for We Live. So I have covers A and cover white and black. I think that's what they're called. I'm giving away 2 copies of those. They're signed by a local artist named Vince Rush. So what you have to do and enter that contest is make a comment on this video. I made a video on TikTok too, talking about people coming over here to enter that contest. So make a comment on this video. So if you guys are in the live chat, you guys are automatically entered in that contest to get those set of comics. So Mars and Double S, you're entered already. So what we'll do is probably next Friday, we'll do a giveaway on those books. So definitely check it if you've got, if you're just catching us in the off air or after we're live, just go ahead and leave a comment in the comments down below. Mars says, I got the box of comics. Thank you so much. I'm going to do an unboxing video. Sweet. I'm glad you like them. Hope there was some stuff in there you liked. I tried to put some new stuff, tried to put some older stuff, trying to do a hodgepodge of stuff. So appreciate it. So let's talk about the books that came out this week. So probably going to be a pretty short, half an hour, 45 minutes. I don't know. Sometimes I'm able to rant on and on about comics. Who knows? Let's talk about, let me get my books organized here. I got some ones I didn't read. I got some new comics this week. And so I didn't read that one. Read that one. Okay. Let's talk about some new comics for some new series coming out. Rocketeer #1 by IDW. Um, Big bummer on this that, of course, Dave Stevens passed away. It's been quite a few years now, but he's the one that created Rocketeer. And it would have been great to see an alternate cover by Dave Stevens on here. But unfortunately, this story just didn't grab me. Of course, Rocketeer is doing the same old thing back in World War II, the Nazis, all that stuff. Nazis have invaded the United States, and so Rocketeer's going to go find out what's going on. He ends up getting blasted out of the sky. Um, I don't know. Like I said, without Dave Stevens' involvement in it, I was kind of really hesitant on this. Not even a Dave Stevens cover. I'm sure there's some other Rocketeer stuff out there that have not been, on a cover of a comic book. Unfortunately, this is a blast for me. This is the Rocketeer. I love the movie. Absolutely love the movie from the 80s. I didn't even know that was a comic book property at the time. Nor did I know Dave Stevens was involved with that movie or any creation of that character. It wasn't until I got back in the comics, 7 years ago, that I realized that Dave Stevens was the creator behind that. And he's like one of my all-time favorite artists now, trying to get all of his Dave Stevens covers. So, yeah. Oh, Double S is going to do a video tomorrow on the two packages in him too. Oh, Mars Comics says, "Oh no, I thought that would be good. Since you couldn't find it." I remember the Rocketeer movie '90s, but never saw it. I love the movie. Absolutely loved the movie in the '90s. It was really good. I'm surprised they didn't come out with anything like a sequel to that. But I don't know if it did really well in the box office. But if like I said, if you love Rocketeer and it's like one of your all-time favorite characters, I'm sure maybe you might like it. I mean, but it just didn't grab me. It didn't do much for me at all. I mean, it had some kind of like Dave Stevens-esque art in there, but they couldn't quite pull it off. I mean, like right there, this kind of some Dave Stevens stuff. But couldn't quite pull off that Dave Stevens look. You know what I mean? And if you know Dave Stevens, I keep saying Dave Stevens. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to his art. A lot of cool stuff though toward the back of it though, like that. Is that a Dave Stevens cover? I don't think so. That's just talking about issue 2. Dave Stevens, The Oral History of Rocketeer. That is kind of cool. So I mean, if you're interested in that, read all the time about Dave Stevens, how he created the character and how he brought it to the page and all that stuff. So love the new logo, Mars Comics. I think that's what she's talking about. There's Mr. Dave Stevens right there on, I guess it would be my left. No, my, I don't know. This guy here, guy in the red shirt, that's Dave Stevens. Unfortunately, he was taken way too soon. Like I said, should pull up some Dave Stevens art and show you what it is if you don't know Dave Stevens. Dave Stevens. How many times more I can say Dave Stevens? Here, I'll pull up a Betty Page. That's not even one of his better ones. This okay. I'll share this. This was my screensaver for quite a few years. I'll save that and I'll bring it up and I'll show you. It's an awesome one to have for a screensaver. Let me add it down here. Brand overlay. Blue Skidoo. I've yet to get notice on my Elvira figure if that's coming in yet. I ordered a couple weeks back. So let's see here. This is the Rocketeer Dave Stevens cover or Dave Stevens art. I absolutely love that. I said that was my screensaver on my laptop for a while there. Definitely some awesome stuff. Hello, Miss Mars, and of course you. Thanks, poor Mike, for jumping in. And Mike and Miss So, you guys will be entered in that contest for the We Live comic books. Let me get my Do I have paper? I have no paper anywhere. But I should be able to remember it pretty easily, though. Miss Silmar's, Poor Mike, and of course, Double S. Okay, got you guys entered into that. Did he see something called Wood? Yeah, he did. I actually have one of those. Here, I could pull that up too. I have one of them. But I don't know if he had much creation in the overall story on Wood. I don't know that, honestly. I don't know if he did any writing. I don't know if he just did the art on that. I'll pull that up here too. Trying to find it now where I saved it. There it is. Yeah, so here's a issue of that. Yeah, that's an issue. World of Wood by Eclipse Comics. That's Dave Stevens' art as well. Definitely like the good girl art kind of stuff. I have quite a few of his covers. Maybe I'll have to do a video showing those covers off. Okay. Batman Beyond Nero Year One. Yeah. So, of course, another Batman Beyond book. This one was okay. We got I think a couple new characters. I know we get the Disco Inferno dude, or I don't know. He's not called Disco Inferno. He is, what's his name? He's like being able to change his avatar and stuff like that, like new skins. Remind me of Fortnite quite a bit. Like, don't like how you look? Buy this new skin. The future made of purest light. That's the guy right there. And it was so funny. I with what's going on culturally with the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I thought this was funny, and I wanted to do a TikTok about it, but I didn't do it. Where this guy Loomis, or what the hell his name is talking about how, man, I would have been so psyched to meet you. Bruce Wayne was an icon and a legend. Really cool that you got to know the old guy. It must have sucked for him to know him in his prime. And he says, keep Bruce's name out of your mouth. I thought that was kind of funny. Very harken back to the whole Will Smith thing. But this was actually pretty fun, So Bruce Wayne's gone. Of course, Bruce Wayne's old, at least. And then we get this other character here. I don't know this character. I don't know if it's a new character or not. But Batman Beyond, the character gets his ass kicked by this guy here, just blowing a build up on him. But this was pretty interesting. I actually enjoyed this book quite a bit. The art was pretty good. There's a little thing at the end where that building's getting blown up on him. So see my nice middle finger there? I got that smashed today at work, so it's probably going to lose that finger now. Hurt like a son of a bitch, too. So that's a stash for me, that one. Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about a Huey's Garbage book of the week. One, for paper quality, I pulled this book out of the bag and board, and I thought, oh, my goodness, this is such weak-ass paper. I felt like I was going to just tear it up, and it just felt miserable. And then I started reading the story, and the story was just wretched too. And I don't know a whole lot about the character. I know he came out a few years ago, but this is Spider-Punk #1 by Marvel Comics. This was just absolute garbage. Spider-Punk's fighting Craven, and Craven's a neo-Nazi, I guess, in this book for some reason. I don't know if he was a neo-Nazi in the other Spider-Punk book or what. But oh god, it was just awful. Spider-Punk beats crap out of people with his guitar, and that's kind of like a finishing move, I guess you want to say, maybe like a wrestling finishing move. But this book was absolute trash for me. I hated it. And this is this week's Huey's Heave. So there it goes, right there, right over there, right over my shoulder, back to the room somewhere, or I'll find it later all crumpled up. Unfortunately, that was a shit book. That was my crappy book of the week. Did not like it at all. Miss So said, isn't there still a paper shortage? Dark Horse has thin paper too. I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it. Um, and I guess I don't know. I never really paid attention to the Marvel books. Are they that thin too? That flimsy? Yeah. Double S says he agrees with me on that. He regretted getting Spider Punk. Yeah, yeah. Weren't even that cool covers on that either. This was kind of a fun book. Somewhat. This is written by Seeley and Campbell. This is Vault. I think this is a Vault book. Let me see here. Yes, by Vault. And Vault's one of those books where there's no middle ground on them, I think. Well, I guess I said I kind of liked it, so I guess it might be kind of a middle ground. But usually they're good or they're just absolute garbage. And this one was kind of okay. This is called the West of Sundown, #1. So it's about a vampire who lives in New York, and I think this is right after Civil War. She gets dug up from the grave by a soldier, and he kind of becomes her minion, so to speak, or handler, or whatever you want to call it. And she ends up creating a life for herself in New York, but there's also these hunters after her, and they end up burning down her house and her coffin, and like, and she's trying to get in the house to save her coffin. She ends up getting burnt up too, so she decides that she needs to get to her homeland or her ancestry land in New Mexico. So, her handler, that soldier guy, ends up putting her in a coffin, loading her on a ship, and they go clear around South America, Brazil, all that stuff, and around over to the West Coast, and then they need to go to New Mexico. And the whole time she's like in the ship, and she's like, I don't remember if she needs to feed while the whole time she's in there, but yeah, so she might waste away from hunger. I'm not fed at some point. Why must I? Why am I even eat you, Dooley? So this page was kind of confusing for me. I didn't know what panel to go to. Where am I reading? And it wasn't 100% clear on that. I thought it was just straight across, but then the story didn't kind of line up. So, but then as they're transporting, after they get off the ship, they're going by stagecoach to go to New Mexico. They end up getting robbed because she's some precious cargo. And of course, the stagecoach robbers end up getting a surprise of a vampire popping out and killing them on rent. And she gets to eat. And then she ends up in New Mexico at a new bar, but there's also a new hunter after her there as well. So this was kind of interesting. I like the Western kind of theme to it. So it was pretty good, pretty fun. Might pick up issue 2 on that. Oh, Sleepy Reader's in here too. So Sleepy Reader, I will put you down for, let me pull that up again. I don't know if Sleepy Reader's seen this. I just spit a whole bunch of stuff out right out to my mouth. So I am giving away, where is it? There it is. The We Live Age of Paladons covers white and black by a local comic book artist named Vince Rush. Giving those away. I'll be announcing the winner next week. So I know I have somebody else that came over from TikTok, made a comment on one of our videos. He's entered in as well. So, and they're signed with the COA by Vince Rush. So I'll be giving those away. So keep an eye out for that. And take that off there. Go back to comments. And where's my binder? Where's my little thing, my hooter? Sleepy Reader. I'm gonna add you on there. Sleepy Reader says cool. Cool. Any other new books or new series I read? I didn't get a chance to read this. I went to go read it last night, and I was so tired, and I just did not want to read it. It was this awful wordy book, and I just knew I couldn't keep my eyes open on it. And this is Alice Ever After. I ended up getting that 1 in 10 J. Scott Campbell cover on that one. Unfortunately, I didn't read it, but that's a pretty cool cover on that. It sucks though. You spend the money on the books and you don't even read them, and it'll probably just go in my collection. I don't know if I'll ever read it. That's what sucks. What else didn't I read this week? Talking about wasting money. Jeez, She-Hulk #3. I didn't get a chance to read that one. Not even a cool cover on that one, and I don't even know why I pick it up. Batwoman #1. Didn't get a chance to read that one either. Or Batman 122. I didn't get a chance to read that one. Let me get Sleepy Reed's little comment up there. He's been saying cool for a while now. I've been falling for 25 minutes. I got a message on my phone. I don't know if that's Mike. I doubt that's Mike. Oh. Nope. That's some spam. That's some spam. I don't want no spam. Oh, I didn't read this one. It was Strange #2. Didn't get a chance to read that one. Oh, the other two books I did read. Batman Killing Time #2. Kind of a cool cover on this one. Got Catwoman there with Batman in the background. This is King at his finest. If you want to say at his finest. Tom King. I used to like him a lot. Now I don't like him at all. This story is so hard to follow. If you're reading Batman Catwoman, it's the same thing. It's sort of because it jumps around between times that it's so hard to follow. And that's what this one does. Is like 2:44 p.m. Vera sits at her apartment and stirs her drink. February 1st, 11:59 a.m. Kyle and Enigma wait outside my door. 3,000 years earlier. God, man, it's so frustrating. It's so hard to follow. But there were a few parts in here I did like, where they go to Gordon and Batman are in Arkham, and Batman does the whole vanishing thing when Gordon's still talking. He's like, "Come on, man, where'd you go? There's nothing here. There's no windows. Would you go in the garbage can?" Thought that was kind of funny. I thought the line that Enigma said. Let me get to it here. Where is it? Talking about why Batman wears his cape, and he's questioning the whole thing, which was funny, I thought. And I'm trying to find a page so I can read it verbatim, and I don't see it anywhere. Of course, again, I haven't read anything by Tom King or Tom Taylor yet. Yeah, so Tom King is oh my goodness, he goes deep, as in like far beyond, I think, what a comic really should be for like a superhero comic. Maybe for the independent stuff. Trying to find that one page. No, I can't find it. But essentially, he's saying, I think Batman wears a cape, so I have to question it, which I thought was very narcissist of Enigma, which I think fits his character. I thought that was pretty fun too. But oh, good Lord, I would love to. I think like this one and Batman Catwoman. It's once all the series comes out, cut all the books up, and then put them in sequential order and read them that way. I mean, I get it. Some movies are great that jump around and kind of keeps you guessing on what's going on. But it's so hard to do with a comic that comes out once a month to do that with. So, man, it's just really hard. It's really hard. There's 6 issues in this. Am I going to pick up all 6? I don't think so. Said maybe if they're in a dollar band later on, I might go pick them up. But other than that, no, I don't think I would. I want to pick up any more of that. Yeah, Sleep Reader says, I think I might have mentioned, gone through the same thing with King, though, have hope for Human Target. We'll see. Probably my pick of the week for Independence is Little Monsters #2 by Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire is another one of those guys, I think you absolutely love him or you absolutely hate him. There's really not a whole lot in between on this one. And this is so good. It's a black and white comic, and it has the red, which I think is really done nicely in the comic because it really makes the red pop with the black and white because it was vampires and stuff like that. And it gets a little more history on Romy and a couple other characters in this book here, where they meet this human and he's pinned down. He's asking for help, but they end up attacking him, or not Romy doesn't, Billy does, and end up drinking his blood, talking about how good he tastes. Like that panel right there, I love that panel when the kids, Billy's crouched down, ready to pounce and take some human blood. That was a really cool looking panel. And then at the end, so it's going through. It's like there's this person off page telling the story, and you find out it's another human, and it's her story surviving in this vampire world, I guess. But overall, man, this was still good. I enjoy this a lot. I like the art through this as well, so I'll definitely be continuing to pick up Little Monsters. I think that's all the new books that I picked up this week. A couple of things I did grab. I might have showed this off. Oh, there's the We Live books right there. I have them right here. We Live black and white. And then there's the COA that comes with it right there. Signed. They're both signed by the artist Vince Rush in green Sharpie. It's kind of hard to pick up there. Yep, they're signed right there. I picked up this Big Man Plans by Eric Powell. This is the expanded, edition. Talk about a mess up story. Good Lord, this is a mess up story. Interested in this, definitely pick it up. The other two things I picked up were Amazing Spider-Man, the Mighty Marvel Masterworks. Picked up that. And this has issues, let's see here. Let's see which issues. Issues 11 through 19 plus an annual number 1. So definitely it's kind of a cool way to read those old classic Spider-Man books. So that. And I got the Journey into Mystery one as well. And this is issues 101 to 109. So that's cool. I got those right there. And of course, the last thing I picked up this week, I picked it up at a, I don't know, antique store or one of those, they're everywhere now, little antique malls. And I picked up Mad Magazine number 182 from April 1976. So it's 45 years old. No, 46 years old, right? Yeah, 46 years old. So there we go. Mad Magazine, dude. I love me some Mad Magazine. I had this book when I was in middle school, and I was telling my wife about it. And I think almost all the Mad magazines I had when I was a kid were all older than me. And I think I don't remember even where I got them. So I love Mad Magazine. You talking about, comic books that take you back to your childhood from reading those. Mad Magazine is one of those ones that really pull me back, because I don't think I ever went to school, especially middle school, without a Mad Magazine in my backpack, or multiple ones where, I loan it to friends, they read, and I get it back. I have quite a few Mad Magazines, I think, in my collection. Nothing old, though. I really wish I had some of the older ones. I was going to pull up COZ and see how many I got in my collection. But I don't know if anybody else read Mad Magazine, or maybe you preferred Cracked, or maybe you preferred, what was the other one that was kind of like Cracked and Mad? Oh my goodness. Where's my collection? Maybe I can't pull it up here. No subscription. Oh, expires. Okay. I can't pop it up. There it is. Yeah, Mad Magazine was definitely one of those ones trying to get there. Crazy. Thank you. Did I like the Mad TV show in the mid 90s? Not really. I don't know if it really, I think it has more of a connection with Saturday Night Live than it did Mad Magazine. I don't know why. It just never really rang through to me. So what's the earliest Mad Magazine I have? It's number 75 from December 1962. I'm sure pop it up. Oh, screen share. There it is. That's the oldest Mad magazine I have, and I always love it. I was telling my wife that they all said cheap. Oop, there it is. There we go. Ad stream there, Dave. So Mad magazine special cutting classes this year. So Mars says remember Mad magazine. Her brother loved it. Yeah, and I tried to get into Mad magazine again. I had a subscription. I don't know. It's been 10 years ago now, but they were just not as good as I remember the Mad magazines when I was a kid. Even this is like really beyond. I said this is my age, right? So this is 46, and it was stuff that was happened before my time that I think I connected more with that than I ever did with the stuff that came out newer. So that's all I got. I know I haven't been going live on Mondays. Just been so busy with springtime popping up. Got a lot of work to do outside, and so I've just been crazy. Work's been nuts, kind of ramp up for work for the season, and this is one of our busiest times. And then as we're moving into the prime camping season or outdoor season, I'm going to be crazy busy with that too. So, but definitely everybody who's in the chat tonight, you're entered in that contest, and I'll make sure to we'll do the announcement next Friday live. So I'll end up throwing everybody in a random name generator, and then they'll give it away, and I'll send those out to you. So I definitely want to thank Double S. Yeah, slacker. Yep. My wife was all out of town all last week, so I was kind of living a bachelor life too. So I was kind of like, so I didn't really do a whole lot either. So Double S, look forward to watching your video on the unboxing as well as Mars Comics of the books I sent them. And Sleeper Reader, send me a message. I'll send you a box of free books. I don't know what you're into, but maybe I might be able to kick you something your way. Here, you want to talk about? There you go. Mike's OnlyFans. There you go. Check it out. Go check out Mike's OnlyFans, and you'll get your own free signed Mike picture. Yep. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and bounce on out of here. I think I'm going to go still a little light outside. I got to go do a little exercise, get my brain off of stuff, and then be back live and shipper. Hopefully, I'll be back on Monday night, depending on what we got going on, where I'll be doing some more organizing. Thanks, Mars. Saying great show. Thank you much. Appreciate that. We'll catch you guys next week. Remember, whether you blasted or whether you stash it, happy reading, and we'll catch you guys next week, right? I think. Question mark. Let's end it with this here.
Oh, that woman got a mouth like an outboard motor.